Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up and everything is gone. Every library on Earth burned to ashes. Every computer, every hard drive, every piece of the internet completely erased. All of human scientific knowledge, accumulated over thousands of years, vanished in a single night. But here's the twist. You get to leave one sentence. Just one. A message in a bottle for the humans who come after us. For those future generations who'll have to rebuild everything from scratch. One sentence to give them the biggest head start possible. What would you write if it were me? I'd write this. All things are made of atoms, little particles that perpetually move, attracting each other when they're a little distance apart, but repelling upon being squeezed into one another. That's it. That's the sentence. Today, I'm going to show you why this one sentence contains more useful information about how the universe works than entire libraries of other facts. And by the end, you'll never look at a glass of water the same way again. Look at this. Just a glass of water, sitting here on my desk, completely still, right? Silent, calm, boring even. If you walked past this glass, you wouldn't give it a second thought. It's just sitting there like a dead thing. No movement, no sound, no action whatsoever. But here's the thing. That's a complete illusion. If we could somehow shrink ourselves down, if we could make our eyes 1 billion times more powerful and peer inside this water, we wouldn't see silence. We wouldn't see stillness. We'd see an absolute riot, a party, a mosh pit of activity that never ever stops. Inside this dead glass of water is more movement, more chaos, more wild dancing than 1,000 rock concerts happening at the same time. So what's going on in there? Well, water, like everything else in the universe, is made of these tiny, tiny things called atoms. How tiny? If you took an apple and blew it up to the size of the Earth, each atom in that apple would be about the size of the original apple. That's how small we're talking. Now here's the key thing, the thing that changes everything. These atoms never stop moving. Never. They're constantly jiggling, wiggling, vibrating, bumping into each other like bumper cars at a carnival. Scientists have a fancy name for this. They call it thermal energy or kinetic energy or heat. But forget those words. Here's all you need to know. Heat is just atoms jiggling faster. Cold is atoms jiggling slower. That's literally it. When you touch something hot, you know what's happening? The atoms in that thing are jiggling really, really fast. And they're bumping into the atoms in your finger, making them start jiggling faster too. Your nerves feel that increase in jiggling speed, and your brain says, ouch, that's hot. When you touch something cold, same thing in reverse. The atoms in your finger are jiggling faster than the atoms in the cold thing, so energy flows from your hand into the object. Your finger atoms slow down their jiggling, and you feel cold. Heat isn't a substance. It's not a thing. It's just how fast atoms are dancing. Okay, so atoms are constantly jiggling. But here's the question. If they're always moving, why doesn't this glass of water just explode? Why don't all the atoms fly off in every direction? Because atoms have this beautiful relationship with each other. When they're apart, not too far, but just a little bit apart, they attract each other. It's like they're connected by invisible springs. They want to be near each other. But if you push them too close together, if they really get squeezed into each other's personal space, they push back hard. It's like they're saying, hey, back off. You're too close. So every atom is doing this constant dance, pulling toward its neighbors when they drift away, pushing back when they get too close. It's this perfect balance between attraction and repulsion. And this is why matter has different states. In a solid, like ice, the atoms are locked together tightly. They're hugging each other close, and they can't move much. They just vibrate in place, like they're all standing in a crowded subway car, shoulder to shoulder, swaying but unable to actually move. In a liquid, like this water, the atoms have more energy. They're jiggling faster, so they've broken free from being locked in place, but they still want to stick together. They can slide past each other, roll over each other, flow around each other. It's like a slow-motion dance floor, where everyone's moving but still in contact. In a gas-like steam, the atoms are moving so fast that they've completely broken free from each other. They're flying around the room, crashing into the walls, bouncing off each other like hyperactive kids who've had too much sugar. Same atoms, same attractive and repulsive forces. The only difference is how fast they're jiggling. That's it. That's the entire secret to why ice, water, and steam are all the same substance, just behaving differently. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but why? Why are atoms constantly jiggling? Where does that energy come from? Why don't they just stop? Why don't they get tired? And here's the honest answer. We don't actually know. I mean, we have quantum mechanics. We have equations that describe it beautifully. We can predict exactly how atoms will behave. But the deep why question, why the universe is set up this way in the first place, that's still a mystery. And you know what? That's wonderful. That's exciting. The fact that we can understand so much, predict so much, build computers and airplanes and medicines based on atomic behavior, but we still can't answer the deepest why question. That means there's still more to discover. The map isn't finished. The adventure isn't over. And honestly, not knowing everything is way more interesting than having all the answers. So look at this glass again. Really look at it. You're not just seeing water anymore. You're watching a performance that's been running for billions of years. Right now, in this ordinary glass, there are more atoms jiggling around than there are stars in our galaxy. Trillions upon trillions of tiny dancers, each one pulling and pushing on its neighbors, creating this thing we call liquid water. See that sunlight hitting the glass? Every photon of light that touches it is giving energy to some of those atoms, making them jiggle a tiny bit faster. And every once in a while, one atom at the surface jiggles so hard, gets so much energy that it breaks free from its neighbors completely and shoots up into the air. We call that evaporation. But it's not some separate phenomenon. It's just an atom that won the jiggling lottery, got enough energy to escape, and flew away. Every puddle that dries up, every cloud in the sky, every drop of rain, it's all just atoms jiggling their way through different states. The universe isn't complicated because it has lots of different rules. It's beautiful because it has very few simple rules that create infinite complexity. Atoms jiggling, attracting and repelling. That's all you need to explain. Ice, water, steam, evaporation, condensation, melting, freezing. All of it. Once you see the world this way, nothing is boring anymore. Everything is dancing. So here's your homework, and this is important. It's not about memorizing facts. It's about changing how you see the world. Next time you make a cup of tea, watch the steam rising. Think. Those are water atoms that just jiggled so hard they flew away. When you put ice in your drink, imagine those atoms locked in their frozen dance, then slowly speeding up as they warm up and slide past each other into liquid form. When you touch a cold window on a winter morning, feel your hand atoms transferring their jiggling energy to the window atoms. Count how many times in one day you can catch yourself seeing the jiggling. Can you make it to 10? 20? Once you start seeing atoms everywhere, once you start thinking about the invisible dance happening in everything around you, I promise, the world will never look dull again. Next time, we're going to talk about something that puzzled even the smartest people for centuries. Why do magnets push and pull without touching? What invisible force lets them act at a distance? It's weird, it's beautiful, and it all comes back to atoms. Stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, you're made of jiggling atoms too. See you next time.